every single Modern Warfare Zombies player is grinding to get the 3 newest schematics from Season 5 Reloaded. That's right, Disciple in a Bottle, Grenade Bandolier, and taking your stash from 20 all the way up to 30. The problem is, the new Elder Sigil is tough. Well, good news, I beat it. I beat it solo, and not only did I beat it, I figured out how to master it and complete all 3 contracts solo every single time. I'm going to show you what you need, what order to go into, and how to make sure that you get it done over and over again so that you can farm those schematics soon. Check it out. So here we go. We are starting with the VR11 Pack-a-Punch and the crossbow with explosive arrows and deadwire detonator. Notice that we use both Casimirs, Molotovs, and stun grenades because those work like the Molotovs with the deadwire detonator, and they're refillable. The Casimirs are my oh crap moment. So you're going to follow the islands all the way down as I showed you here. Up this one, up the next one, and that is where we are heading. All the way over on E5, you're going to see the right side of that billboard has the first Mr. Peaks, and that is the ACV contract. It's important to fly directly to that billboard. Do not try to walk along the train. You will get mauled. Headed down here, and the ACV contract will drop. I also have 3 turrets. That's right, 3 turrets. So I'm going to activate it first. Otherwise, your turrets won't get put on, and you will get swarmed, and you need that extra time. Now that it's moving, you'll be able to place 1 in the back to the side like I do here. That is the most important one because most of the damage you take when moving is from the back because they just get ran over from the front. And you set the second turret on the front. Now from this point, just take out the elites until your ACV comes to a stop point. Then you have to guard all 4 sides. Now notice I did keep the 3rd sentry. I didn't use it yet, and you'll see why in a bit. So now we're coming up to the first stop. If you can convert 1 or 2 zombies with your VR11, it will absolutely make it easier. Use your energy mine on one side, shoot the other side. If things get really, really bad, throw one of your Molotovs or one of your stun grenades, knowing that you're going to come up to an ammo fill station soon to be able to get those back. You can see our health is still at 98%. We are doing absolutely great. No need to heal it at this point. No real problems there. And that's the power of the crossbow with the deadwire detonator, is that it freezes enemies in their path and kills them. Does everything you want. As we come up to the second stop for the ACV right here in D3, you're going to notice there is an ammo depot. The ammo depot is really important if you're using deadwire detonator because that means you could use up to 4 items, 2 stuns and 2 Molotovs or gas grenades, whatever you're using. Again, making it very easy. You throw a stun to one side, guard the other side with your crossbow. I panic a little bit here. I should have thrown a Molotov first, then jump down to grab ammo, because if you're using the crossbow, you will run out of ammo quickly. So you do have to jump down where you've killed the zombies and come back. Now I throw them because I know I can get refilled, and we're on our way to the next stop. As I'm approaching the 3rd stop, somewhere around this time, your sentry turret is going to go out. Make sure to replace it and replace the back one, not the front one. Back is more important as it is more vulnerable in the back. When you start getting swamped, use that energy mine often because it refills very fast because you're killing so many zombies. You always have your stuns and your Molotovs in panic moments. But as you can see, we are absolutely cruising. Now, I'm low here on 8 rounds. Make sure that you go down and pick up rounds right when you get about 10. If you wait till the end and run out, it can get really bad really quick. And on to the last stop for the ACV. The last stop on the ACV gets wild. And that's because it spawns one of the Disciple bosses that is invulnerable until you kill the Mega Abomination. And it spawns multiple elites. Just listen to me now. You will not be able to kill them. Use your VR11 to convert some zombies. Use your stuns. Use your Molotovs. Stay moving and make sure to heal that ACV. It's more about strategies and avoidance and keeping that ACV healed. If you can convert some zombies like that with your VR11, do it. So it'll take the heat off of it. Don't worry about trying to kill the bosses. It's just not going to happen with the time that you have. Continue moving, avoiding, and healing that ACV if it gets low until the contract is complete, like so. Quickly check the reward rift for any schematics or high-level items. We didn't get any schematics this time. We've gotten them, but it is unfortunately random. There's no guarantee to get schematics on contracts, even if you do all 3. Switch your VR11 out for the Scorcher here. You're not going to need that. And notice that if you run up this little hill, there is an ammo depot, which refills all your tacticals and lethals with Deadwire Detonator, is a game changer. Now on to the second contract. This is going to be on the crane hovering in D3 here. And this is the Spore Contract. So as you get close, you're going to see Mr. Peaks hovering on the very end of the crane. Pick that up and head to the skies once again. This Spore Contract is all about speed and enemy avoidance. Make sure to put your tacticals in your stash so that you don't lose them. I always say take 2 sets just in case. Equip 1 to your tacticals and 1 in your rucksack. And you're going to head up to the roof first. Ideally, you throw down both of them, as it cuts the time in half that you have to wait for it to actually die, which both saves you time and allows you to get out of there before the enemies get too heavy. If you sit here for 15, 20 seconds, you're going to notice the enemies multiply by 10 times. It gets wild. You'll have 50 zombies chasing you. Next, jump down back to the roof. If you land on this little mini roof, you can launch them here. It's better to stay up. I fell down, but no big deal. I do have a Disciple in a bottle, as you can see there. They are freaking amazing. They survive for a long time and actually kill people and cause brain rot. So I do highly recommend that. Now here, I'm trying to survive. I accidentally messed up and only grabbed 1 of the Spore Contracts. Next, we're going to head to the far west. Keep in mind, too, that when you're scorched on this level, you should look up. Sometimes you'll hit your head and fall down and die. I forgot to look up, but I got lucky. This is the far one in the west. Notice I only have 1 Spore Contract as my tactical. I should have put 2, and this would have made these next 2 a lot faster, but you can see it still gets done. But look at the difference in time versus having 2. I'm scorching here to kill any enemies that are coming in, that may come in. There you go. Now I can kill it. But notice the difference in enemies. There are tons of enemies now compared to when I used 2 and got out of there quickly. Technically, I mean, if you're doing this with a duo, you could throw 4 on there if you wanted to. It would be even faster because every time it shakes, it takes that many hits to take out the Spore. And I still haven't switched out. I should have switched to 2. That would have saved me probably another 20, 30 seconds. But I'm a little bit panicky here. I just want to get it done. So I'm not thinking the most clear. Take that Spore out. There we go. Now I finally flipped it over to 2. We've got 2 more Spores here. I'm saving that northeast one for very, very last because that's where the next contract is. Let's get back to using 2 here. There you go. Disciple's over there healing himself just like we want him to. Done. Almost died here, but stayed alive somehow. We're just resetting here to take a little breath. And there's the very last one. You can scorch while you hit the jump pads, which is very helpful for mobility. Again, we save this one for last because it's going to place us right next to the final contract. And you can see with a near perfect run, we only have 4 minutes left to activate the P&D contract, complete it, and exfil, or we die and we get nothing. This is why it's so important to follow this guide to a T. There's your last one. Let's check the rewards. Not much. We got a Bray, we got a Flash Crystal. Sweet. No schematics this time. Now head over to G2 to get the final Mr. Peaks and activate the P&D contract. Keep in mind we have 3 minutes and 30 seconds on a near flawless run. If you've made a lot of mistakes before, you're probably going to have to exfil with 2. And that's okay if you don't get all 3 done. I did it the first couple times I went and only got 2 done. But you can do all 3 every time. Now I am working on a method that's blending Tombstone with some unique ways of running solo that I think is going to be an incredibly fast farming method that you can just keep doing contracts over and over and over again and hopefully get those schematics a lot faster. Activate that P&D contract right here. For the P&D contract, the name of the game is Movement and Explosives. You have to stay here on the bottom floor. I've tried running up the stairs to see if I could get a choke point, but it deactivates the P&D contract. So you've got to stay moving. At first, it's not too bad. You'll get a lot of zombies, but if you're using the crossbow, a dead wire, and explosives, you should be good. The real problem emerges when the elites come. And then, more specific than the elites, there is a named mangler that has always rolled in. With the crossbow, you pretty much cannot kill him in the time given. this guy right here. It's about running away and surviving. Try to get that armor up. When things get really bad, throw a Molotov or throw a Casimir or throw a stun with dead wire and kind of hang around that area, as it should freeze the enemies in place. Now, I did grab a bunch of self-revives just in case. I ended up only using 1 this round. But it is good to have 3 or 4 if you're going to run the Elder Sigil solo, because it is very, very easy to get downed in a split second. Things will get more and more chaotic here. Just survive. Just survive. I got a Casimir there. And if you have another Casimir or a Molotov, I highly recommend throwing one at the reward rift. You still have to move fast because sometimes the named enemies will remain there. But check what you got. Hopefully you get some schematics. We didn't this time. But next time we did get some more schematics. Head out the door. Remember, we have 1:20 left. You can survive in the gas for about 30 seconds or so with the durable. But once you're outside, do 3 full Scorcher boosts back to back to back. And that will send you up to the roof where the delightful exfil is. I can't tell you how flippin' excited I was here. Not just that we beat it, but that it was so smooth. Look, we still have 5 selfies left. That's crazy. In fact, we did so well that I decided to stay up here and kill some more enemies just to stick it to them. I'm working on a video right now. As soon as I finish it, I'll put it in the description down below. And that is how to blend Tombstone Glitch with solo Elder Sigil to run contracts over and over and over again at a pace that we've never seen before. It's some new stuff. I'm really excited to give it to you. But like and subscribe if this video helped you. And as always, for the newest Modern Warfare Zombies and Black Ops 6 Zombies content, I'll see you live on YouTube.